We'll be breaking down the potential for severe weather for tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, and even Tuesday. I'll even break down the forecast for the 24 Hours of Le Mans race for tomorrow and Sunday. All that coming up in this video. At the Le Mans forecast for the 24 Hour Le Mans race from tomorrow to Sunday. Looks like it'll be pretty warm at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. At the start, it'll be right around in the mid 70s. At the end of the race, it'll be even warmer, around the 80s. With no rain throughout the whole race. So that'll help the drivers out. Post below in the comments who you're rooting for at the 24 Hour Le Mans. I'm rooting for Corvette Racing. Number 63 and 64, so that dry conditions should help Corvette Racing out pretty well. Severe weather risk for tomorrow by the Storm Prediction Center. It looks like there's no severe weather tomorrow, as there basically just general thunderstorms from Florida down to southeast parts of Louisiana and from Missouri up into the Dakotas. Now your day 2 outlook for Sunday, it looks like the marginal risk spans from southeastern parts of Montana down to northwest parts of Missouri, with your main risks being a little tornado threat for southwest parts of Iowa, northwest parts of Missouri, southeast parts of Nebraska, and east parts of Kansas. Your wind threat, it's mainly a 5% chance from southeast parts of Montana up down to the northwest parts of Missouri, where your slight risk is at. Now your hail threat's a 5% chance as well within the same areas. Now your day 3 outlook, there's a slight risk, so be weather aware that day. Have a safety plan in place for when those watches and warnings are issued. But the locations include southeast parts of Montana, northeast parts of Colorado, or in Wyoming, and southwest parts of South Dakota, northwest to central to southern parts of Nebraska, with a marginal risk issued from Kentucky up into Montana and the Central Plains. There might not be a severe weather threat tomorrow, but there is an excessive rainfall threat, with a slight risk being issued in Arkansas and parts of Louisiana. Now your day 2 excessive rainfall outlook, it's going to be up there in Idaho, those potatoes are grown. In western Montana too, and northeastern Oregon. Although the severe weather threat's going to be out here, so that might be upgraded. That might extend out this way. But as of now, there's a marginal risk for slight or excessive rainfall over Idaho, where potatoes are grown, and western Montana and northeast Oregon. Your day 3 excessive rainfall outlook, it's going to be in the Dakotas, Montana, and in this area over here. Now the models, let's go ahead and look at what does the Climate Prediction Center say about the temperature outlook for the next 6 to 10 days. It looks relatively hot for much of the country, and cool over here in the west. West is going to be pretty cool. West is going to be a place to be as far as weather. But over here in the middle part of the country, over here in the northeast, pretty much much of the country, it's going to be scorching hot. So don't leave those dogs in the car. Don't leave the kids in the car. Water those vegetables. Water the bonsais. Water those chickens. Outside dogs. Anything outside that's living, water it. And give it food if it's a bird. But let's look at what the precipitation says. It's going to be dry for the Midwest, the central and northern and southern plains. But out west, it's going to be pretty moist, pretty wet. It's much needed over there. Let's break down the forecast models to see what the risks are going to be for the beginning of this week. Here's the long range forecast. We're going to start with the 500 millibar jet, because that's where your severe weather, much of your weather comes from. As you can see, there is a ridge of warm air over here starting out, and we're There's a trough right here. Right now there's a little slip and slide of where storms can continuously happen. That's where the cool air is at right now. Let's look into the future and see what the jet stream does. As you can see, it's dipping down over the Ohio Valley, and the ridge is ridging up like those little Lay's ridges, those little chips. As you can see, there's a little upper level low up in Canada. And there's the ridge right there. It's gonna get hot. Prepare for the heat. Of course, come winter time, everybody's gonna be saying, "Oh, it's so cold, bring back the heat." And summertime, everybody's like, "Oh, I wish it was sort of cold." But anyways, this is what the jet stream is gonna look like throughout the week. Could bring some severe weather early in the week. Let's look at the 850 millibar jet. That's where those tornadoes happen. Now I'm over here in the central, in this area right here where my arrow's at, I'm circling. By Sunday night into Monday, we could get some potential tornadoes. As you can see over by northwest Missouri and Kansas and Nebraska, there's definitely fuel for those tornadoes out there. Although it's going to be mainly a wind and hail threat, but tornadoes can't be ruled out. Alright, let's look at the simulated radar. This is what the radar could possibly look like. Not guaranteed, but it could look like this. Alright, let's go into the future. As you can see, severe weather over by Minnesota. Southern Minnesota by Monday early morning, about 8 o'clock in the morning, I'd say. Heading down towards Indiana by 8 o'clock. And there could be some supercells over by Nebraska and Kansas by really early morning hours of Monday by, I'd say, probably midnight, 1 o'clock. But again, a windbag and hail event. So if you're in those areas, please be weather aware. Know where to go when severe weather strikes. In your day 4 outlook, it's going to be mainly in the Dakotas. We don't know the risks yet, but we will know more in the next 2 days. Let's look at your temperatures for a minute. Temperatures in the country. Starting off cool. Cool in the pool. Over there in the Midwest. And then it's going to get scorching hot. Look at that. Look at that. Hundreds in Texas. You Texans are going to be in the heat. Up there in the plains, Nebraska area, in the upper 90s. But over here in Indiana, you're in a cool spot. Although this is around 8 o'clock, but still. Hundreds at 8 o'clock, that's no joke. Over in Death Valley, California, Southern California. Over there in Northwest, everybody's jealous of y'all. In the 50s. Oh, come on. Oof, more hundreds. 80s, 90s. I could see probably heat advisories and heat warnings being issued later this week. So stay hydrated, y'all. Stay safe. Keep those dogs watered and cats and all those guys. Let's look at some severe weather parameters. Look at surface-based CAPE. CAPE is the convective available potential energy. It's what storms eat on to create storms, severe weather. Over there, CAPE values are high. Over there in the central, over by Missouri, Kansas, that area. Dry over here by this week. Look at the SIGTOR values. Oh yeah, this tornadic parameters are off the charts, y'all. Over there in the plains. Now let's look at a photograph model here. This is right around 8 o'clock hour on Sunday night. As you can see, it's kind of curved right there towards the northeast part of the storm. Winds are blowing out of the southeast. Lots of CAPE, lots of moisture with temperatures and dew points right here. Wind barbs, lots of wind shear. All I have for y'all tonight. please consider liking the video, subscribing, and leaving a comment if you like the video. Never stop forecasting.